Check 1 2 1 2 microphone check 1 2. What is this? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. Welcome back to another edition of the Sports Fanatic Laker Talk. And LeBron James has had enough. He's seen enough. He's had enough. Before we go into this, guys, please do me a favor. Please make sure you like the video. Please make sure you share the video. Tell all your friends about the IE Network, the Sports Fanatic. Tell all your Laker friends about the Sports Fanatic Laker Talk. We're going to get into it, man. So last night, on the night where the Kobe Bryant statue was revealed, the Lakers have done what they've done now, seven straight. Lost to the Nuggets. 114-106 was the final on the night that the Kobe Bryant trophy was revealed. Now, on nights like this, if you look back in history of sports, when it's the closing of a stadium, where it's on a night that they honor a great legend, stuff like that. Oh, the opening of a new stadium. Legends are in the house, or something, something that honors the team, or legends, or get your rings, stuff like that. Usually those type of nights, those type of games, good teams don't lose. I'm sorry. On a night where Kobe Bean Bryant is being honored, you're playing the team that has just been talking smack and sunning you for a year, saying that they're your daddy, saying that they own you. And I'm going to be honest with you. From the first 5 minutes of this game last night, I never got the impression that the Lakers were going to beat the Denver Nuggets. So on the evening of the trade deadline, where the Lakers did absolutely nothing, they didn't even pick up a role player. They didn't pick anybody up from the waiver wire. There's no talk. There's talks about a possible buyout of certain players, but when you, for the past 2 months, have been talking about possibly getting a DeJounte Murray, this is all the names that have come up. Zach LaVine name came up. DeMar DeRozan's name came up. DeJounte Murray's name came up. Trae Young's name came up. We even had lower names or little lower caliber players like Bruce Brown's name come up. Right? At least those are players that could help the Lakers. The Lakers did absolutely nothing. DeJounte Murray, in my opinion, is an all-star caliber player. The Lakers said, from what I hear, that they didn't want to deal Austin Reeves unless they were getting an all-star caliber player. Well, DeJounte Murray is an all-star caliber player. Let me ask the Laker fans, and let me ask Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka and whoever else I need to speak to over there. Do you think that Austin Reeves is going to get to the level that DeJounte Murray is now? Can you honestly tell me that you feel as though Austin Reeves will get to DeJounte Murray's level, where DeJounte Murray is right now, which is a borderline all-star player? Do you think that Austin Reeves will get to that? Trae Young is an all-star. So I know you can't possibly think that you was going to get to that to Austin Reeves will get to Trae Young's level at any point in his career. As I'm watching Austin Reeves, let me tell you where his ceiling looks to me. Could he be as good as Jason Williams? Remember White Chocolate? I don't know if Jason Williams ever made an all-star team, but he was around 13 points. He'd give you like 13, 14 points, right? And besides the flashiness, Austin Reeves reminds me a lot of Jason Williams. There was a player years ago out of Florida State. His name was Bobby Sura. Anybody remember Bobby Sura? He finished his career averaging about 10 points a game. But then there was also Rex Chapman. And yes, I'm using white players because you have to, most white players, unless you're Larry Bird, you're going to compare them to other white players, right? Because most of them play alike, play the same way. But what he most reminds me of is a guy named Rex Chapman. Now, if you remember Rex Chapman, he played in the league, maybe to around, I don't remember how many, he may have retired around maybe 2011 or somewhere in there, right? But no, he actually, 1999 was his last year in the league. He finished his career about 14 points a game, right? 14 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 2.7 assists. Ended up finishing his career about 35% from three-point land. Right? Shot 43% from the field from his career. I mean, somewhere in there is where I see Austin Reeves. DeJounte Murray's better than that, way better. So I don't know what the Lakers were seeing that or what has made Austin Reeves untouchable. They were saying they don't want to trade Austin Reeves. So instead, what we get last night is another loss, 114-106 to the Denver Nuggets on Kobe night. I'm just taking this from ESPN. It says Jamal Murray scored 29. Michael Porter Jr. added 27. The Denver Nuggets snapped the Los Angeles Lakers 3-game winning streak with a 114-106 victory Thursday night. Nikola Jokic had 24, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists on an off night. Okay? Denver blew a 15-point lead in the second half, but never trailed in the game, and eventually finished with a 10-2 run in the building. See, and this has been the Lakers' MO all season. Fall behind big, and then they use so much energy getting back into the game later that you just absolutely can watch and tell. Someone like me, I've been a Laker fan since I was in the 5th grade. All right? Magic Johnson was my favorite all-time Laker of all time. Right? So I know this team, and the players can change, the uniforms design may change, but the colors are going to remain the same, and the aura playing inside the uniforms is going to remain the same. And I can look at this team, no matter who has a purple and gold jersey on, and I can look at them within the first 5 minutes and say, they're not winning this game. And on my mother and father, God bless the dead, after the first 5 minutes, I said, they're not winning this game. The Denver Nuggets are so confident. Did you see when they're playing the Lakers? Did you see what Mike Malone said in his first interview, after the first quarter, what have you? I don't know whether it was Mina Kimes or whoever was interviewing him. And he said basically, what he basically said was, we were just missing open shots. And we can't turn the ball over because that's where this team thrives at in transition. We got to force this team to play in the half court. Do you know what Mike Malone is saying with those words? Those are very important words to listen to. Do you know what Mike Malone is saying when he says we have to force this team to play in the half court? He's basically telling you guys, you can't shoot. Whenever they make that comment, we got to force them to play in the half court. That means they're going to force you to kick the ball outside, kick the ball around, zone you up, and force you to shoot and make shots. And he's basically telling you he don't think y'all Negroes can shoot. Period. And guess what? He was right again. Box scores last night. Lakers started Max Christie. He only played 15 minutes. 2 of 7. Yes, he was 2 of 3 from three-point land. He was 2 of 7, -7 on a plus-minus, finished with 7 points. Austin Reeves, the untouchable one, 36 minutes, 2 of 7 from 3, 6 of 16 from the field, 10 assists, okay, -9 on plus-minus. He only had 1 turnover, but he added 2 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, but 15 points. But those 15 points came at a time when we were down 15, and we were struggling to get back. So to me, those are quiet points. That's a quiet 15. Wherein Taurean Prince, to me, had a loud 13. He had a louder 13 than Reed's quiet 15. Because Taurean Prince was at least a +1. He had 13 points in 34 minutes off the bench. He got a lot of Christie's minutes once he came on the court. 13 points, 2 steals, 1 block, 3 rebounds. 3 of 3 from the line, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 4 of 6 from the field goal percentage. That was a loud 13. I have no problem with Taurean Prince. Jonathan Hayes may have had the biggest impact of last night's game. He only played 17 minutes. But let me tell you what Jonathan Hayes did in those 17 minutes. 9 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal. Yes, he was a -4 when he was in there. 6 rebounds, 5 offensive. So that means they got them 5 extra shots. 1 or 2 from the free throw line. 9 points in 17 minutes. But he did so much more. Battling, keeping balls alive, altering shots. I was very impressed with Jackson Hayes last night. Excuse me, before I said Jonathan. Jackson Hayes. LeBron, 35 minutes. He didn't shoot well from the field. 9 of 20. 2 of 6 from 3. That's not going to get it done. 5 from 5 from the line, which is good. He turned it over twice. -6 on the plus-minus. He did have 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Rudy Hachimura, just not a good game. 38 minutes, 2 points. 2 points. 2.
My wife can score more than 2 buckets on 11 shots because I know my wife will at least shot fake 1 time.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. 2 points. And you're in the starting rotation. And listen, I've always been saying about Rui Hachimura, I've been saying I want him in the starting rotation, but he's the last few games he's made me look like an idiot. Minus 12, which was the worst. Minus 12, 2 points, 4 assists, 1 block, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 5 from the field. And after the game, LeBron James, we're getting Anthony Davis, who had a great game, 32 points. He was 14 of 27. Anthony Davis was the man last night, 32 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks. I have no issue with Anthony Davis at all. LeBron James, sources tell me, well, he's living because he sat around and watched the Lakers do nothing. He put the hourglass up, basically letting you know time's running out. Of course, he's going to be politically correct and say the right things. But now, since the trade deadline is passed and they did nothing, I'm hearing LeBron James wants out of the Los Angeles Lakers because they are not showing that they're trying to maximize every chance they get for him to win a championship, for the Lakers to win another chip. LeBron James is 39 years of age. He's not going to be playing at this level forever. You know, Father Time taps on your shoulder, out of nowhere. And next year he could go out, knock on wood, can go out there, tear his Achilles. He's never had a major injury, tear his Achilles, and then that's it, his career's over. You're not maximizing his second year as a Laker, they want a chip. I don't give a damn about a bubblicious, a bubble chip. It don't matter. Because the only reason people even talk about it being a bubble chip is because LeBron won it. If any of these other schmucks would have won it, no one would have nothing to say. So that championship counts to me like every other championship. Because the same guys were out there competing under the same rules. LeBron just had the mental fortitude to push through it all. And the rest of the Lakers. But he is tired of this. I mean, you have to remember, he's the one that's taking all. Mike Malone was singling out LeBron James. Not just the Lakers, singling out LeBron James. Remember when Denver won? Why is everybody talking about LeBron and the Lakers when we're the champs? And they've had that mentality every single time. They have dog-walked the Lakers. Both games. And LeBron James, he wants out. And I will not be shocked at the end of this season if LeBron James opts out. Because why is he going to keep going out there? He's 39 years of age. He's looking up and down the court like, man, I'm out of breath. I don't have the stamina that I used to have. And these dudes, they're not playing as hard as me. And the front office, you think they want to maximize. I don't want to hear enough about, there wasn't a trade out there that's going to move the needle enough. So then you just stand pat? How do you know what DeJounte Murray, he is a solid scorer. He would be a solid third option. A guy that you can rest LeBron or rest AD and have confidence that he can go out there and get you some buckets and hold down the fort while these two are resting or while one of them are resting. Don't give me that, there wasn't a trade enough to move the needle. The team went to the Western Conference Finals last year with Austin Reeves. You going to tell me this year with DeJounte Murray and the rest of those guys that you wouldn't be able to move the needle? I like Austin Reeves, but I take production over potential. I don't want to hear about what he's going to be. Is he an all-star right now? No. I don't know what the hell is going on with Jeannie Buss, but Jeannie Buss has been rumored to take and have little personal relationships, allegedly, with certain players. So I don't know why. I don't know whether they thought maybe they found their Brock Purdy, by getting Reeves, who was undrafted. They're thinking, oh, maybe we found a diamond in the rough that everybody else don't know about. Well, guess what? Everybody else knows about Austin Reeves. They didn't pick him up. Just like how he was undrafted, just like how the Lakers saw him, everybody else saw him too. You didn't re-sign Dwight Howard when he was clearly saying for 2 years he wanted to come back to the Lakers. You didn't re-sign him. You got Hassan Whiteside out there sitting out there. If DeAndre Jordan can have minutes on a team, then Dwight Howard should have minutes on a team. Then Hassan Whiteside should have minutes on a team. At least they're big guys. They're not wimps. They're not thin. They block shots and can alter shots, and they could at least give Jokic some trouble. Jokic has the most trouble with Dwight Howard of any center in the NBA. Did you know that, Rob Pelinka? Did you know that, Jeannie Buss? Did you know that when Rudy Gobert beat Jokic earlier this year and held him to 22 points, I think, and he had a bad day shooting? You know what Rudy Gobert said in the press conference? He watched old Dwight Howard tapes. And everybody started laughing. They thought he was joking, but he was dead on serious. Go look at the numbers of Jokic when he plays Dwight Howard. It's little things like that even if you were getting Dwight Howard just to play in the Denver series, Dwight Howard is still right now better than Jackson Hayes. I'm sorry. Still kept himself in game shape because he's playing overseas last year. The guy was begging to come back to the Lakers. He said they needed me for that Denver series. The Lakers did nothing. So according to them, this is the team right now that's going to compete for a title right now. And the Denver Nuggets just keep smacking them. They didn't even have Kentavious Caldwell-Pope last night. LeBron James is fed up from what I'm hearing. He was absolutely livid. Even though he didn't say anything, he was absolutely, but you're going to start hearing some things. You watch. He was livid, and I'm telling you, if you asked him right now, you gave him some truth serum, he'll be saying, I'm out of here. Lakers are nowhere near the Denver Nuggets. And the team that they have, D'Lo didn't even play last night. The team wouldn't have made a difference. The team that they have right now, they're not beating Denver. They're not beating the Clippers. And I know people talk about, Chris Broussard. Oh, those other guys are young. First of all, Chris, the Minnesota Timberwolves are not young. Their star is young. But Karl Anthony Towns has been around. Rudy Gobert has been in playoff series. He's not young. Karl Anthony Towns isn't young. Mike Conley isn't young. What are you talking about? They're young. Isn't Kyle Anderson on that team? Didn't Kyle Anderson win a championship with the Spurs, I believe? He's not young. They're not beating the Timberwolves in the 7-game series right now. I'm not even sure they're beating the Oklahoma City Thunder. 7-game series, are they beating the Phoenix Suns? I doubt it. All this notion about, all we have to do is get to the postseason, and then I'll bet on LeBron and AD over everybody. As long as you got LeBron and AD, you have a chance. They had LeBron and AD last year against Denver. They got swept. And LeBron's a year younger last year. And they were hot. They got swept. LeBron James wants out. The Los Angeles Lakers better find a way to get somebody off the buyout line They better call Dwight Howard and get him off that doofy team that he's on overseas and get him over here. They better make some sort of moves that shows LeBron James we want to try to compete for a championship this season. We screwed up the trade deadline, but we're going to buy out Spencer Dinwiddie. We're going to buy out Marcus Morris, get those two guys over here. We're going to go sign Dwight Howard or go sign Hassan Whiteside and let LeBron James know we got your back. We know we have to try to maximize because we are appreciative of what you're doing, but we know you can't do it forever. The Los Angeles Lakers, I was calling for a lineup change. I'm calling for Christian Wood from the beginning of the season to start. Christian Wood, LeBron James at point. You're stuck with D'Lo now. LeBron James, if you're going to start Reeves, then D'Lo's got to come off the bench. If you're going to start D'Lo, then Reeves got to come off the bench. Rui Hachimura, Davis, Wood. Wood, Davis, Hachimura, LeBron James, and any one of those two stooges, either Reeves or D'Lo. If Rui's going to go to the bench, then you got to start Taurean Prince. Which this year, I really have not had an issue with Taurean Prince. I mean, he's giving you what you would think he's going to give you. 9 points, 3 rebounds. Los Angeles Lakers better watch out. LeBron James is fed up. Fed up. And I would be too if I was him. If the Lakers get bounced up out of here again by Denver, or even worse, bounced out before they even get to Western Conference Finals, LeBron James is out of here. Book it. Your boy Heaven Hollywood has been another edition of the Sports Fanatic Laker Talk.